Turkish Airlines, 7 Days, Adidas, Spalding, and ENEOS, official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
From the beautiful basketball capital, Barcelona, Spain, it's playoffs time in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague as two of the biggest names in sports, FC Barcelona Regal and Panathinaikos Athens, square off again in tonight's Game of the Week. Less than 48 hours after a memorable opening game in their best-of-5 series, these winners of 5 out of the last 10 EuroLeague titles return to Palau Blaugrana tonight to see if they can top themselves in the drama department. On Tuesday, Barcelona came back from double-digit deficits twice before outlasting Panathinaikos 72-70 in an overtime battle of wills. Tonight, the Greens will try to take their challenge one step further and seize home court advantage before the series heads to Athens next week. Good evening, I'm Frank Lawler from EuroLeague TV, joined once again by two-time former EuroLeague champion Johnny Rogers. And John, there is no escaping recent history when these two teams meet. Their playoff series 2 years ago started just like this one with a narrow Barcelona victory at home, and we all know how that one ended up.
Yes, we do, Frank. Panathinaikos won the next 3 games of that series, and a month later, the 2011 Final Four in Barcelona. That was a double whammy for Barcelona, both losing its chance to repeat the title and losing its chance to play for another Final Four at home, where it won its first EuroLeague title in 2003. You can be sure that a proud club like Barcelona wants revenge now.
Well, you could certainly cut the tension with a knife in Game 1 on Tuesday. That series 2 years ago had 3 of 4 games decided by under 4 points. And in Game 1 of this rematch, they not only picked up where they left off in 2011, but they took it to overtime, too.
Frank, I thought the top 16 was really intense, but these teams really took it up a notch in Game 1. Fans who saw the final score missed a fascinating game. Both defenses were incredibly physical, really sharp. But even though it took so much to even just to score a basket, both teams went back and forth with big runs before it came down to 2 scoreless minutes at the end of overtime, and a shot in the air for Panathinaikos to win it on the buzzer. It didn't happen, but it proved that it was anybody's game, and this series is still wide open.
We are getting ready for the Game of the Week. Barcelona and Panathinaikos in Game 2 of their best-of-5 playoff series. Both teams are on the floor warming up, and the home fans are filling up Palau Blaugrana.
Dimitris Diamantidis, number 13, Greece.
Vasilis Xanthopoulos, number 16, Greece.
Jonas Mačiulis, number 8, Lithuania.
Kostas Tsatsaris, number 12, Greece. Sophocles Hosaniris, number 21, Greece.
And there we had a look at the starters for the visitors from Panathinaikos Athens. They are Dimitris Diamantidis at the point guard spot, Vasilis Xanthopoulos at 2 guard, Jonas Mačiulis at small forward, Kostas Tsatsaris power forward, and Sophocles Skortsanidis at the center spot. And the surprise there, of course, Vasilis Xanthopoulos did not play in Game 1 of this series. He only played an average of 4 minutes over 12 games the entire season, but he's a defensive specialist who will be out on the floor to start this game. Now let's have a look at who the starters will be for the hosts from FC Regal Barcelona.
Victor Sada, number 8, Spain.
Juan Navarro, number 11, Spain.
Joe Ingles, number 20, Australia.
Razem Lorbek, number 25, Slovenia.
Ante Tomic, number 44, Croatia.
And there we saw our starters for FC Barcelona Regal. They are Victor Sada at the point guard spot, Juan Carlos Navarro, shooting guard, Joe Ingles, small forward, Razem Lorbek at the power forward, and Ante Tomic holding down the center spot. for FC Barcelona. Regal, no big changes there. They all started in game one and have been starters for most of the season. So head coach Xavi Pascual of Barcelona sticking with the guys who got him here as we get ready for the start of game two of the playoffs between Barcelona and Panathinaikos. With a few moments left until tip-off in the game of the week, we remind you the tickets for the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four 2013 in London are going fast. If you want to witness live the best weekend in world basketball, go to www.f4tickets.com and order your tickets right now. Remember, the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four will be played May 10th to 12th this spring at the O2 in London. Get your seats at www.f4tickets.com. That's what these two teams are going to be aiming for, as well as the other playoff teams in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. Everybody wants to be in London on May 10th, challenging for the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague title. John, we have a few seconds before tip-off. Any final thoughts going into game two?
Frank, we know that Barcelona survived a serious scare in game one. That's because they got off such a poor start. Let's see if they're capable of getting off to a better start in this game.
John, we saw very good bench performance by Panathinaikos in the first game. Barcelona is supposed to be the deeper team, but as we went through their injuries, especially at the small forward spot, they've had to do some adjusting. Can the Panathinaikos bench hold the line with the depth question tonight?
Well, Frank, that's a great point. And Barcelona's struggling with their injuries, but we have to look at Panathinaikos. Their bench is going to have to come up big. They need key performances from every player.
Ready for tip-off. Turkish Airlines EuroLeague game of the week, game two of the playoffs. Barcelona controls the first possession. It's Victor Sada guarded by Diamantidis. Gets it to Ingles, to Navarro. Navarro shot by Chanthopoulos, the surprise starter for Panathinaikos. Navarro going baseline, running one-hander. La Bomba off the baseline gets Barcelona started.
That's not a good sign for Panathinaikos. You do not want that man, Juan Navarro, to get hot, and he did it with his patented floater.
Panathinaikos on its first attack, looking inside to Skortsanidis. Kicks to Skortsanidis, back inside. Skortsanidis pivots off the backboard and in. Good move by the big man.
Excellent move, and we saw there was even double coverage. As soon as he puts the ball on the floor, Barcelona's going to trap.
Navarro out top for Barca. Takes his first three-pointer, knocks it down. Juan Carlos Navarro starting strong.
Nothing but net by Juan Carlos Navarro. He's feeling it. He didn't need any space at all to get that shot off.
Barcelona up 5-2. 1 minute after tip-off, back inside to Skortsanidis. Skortsanidis does it again. He spins, goes off the board again. Same move twice in a row for the big man.
And we saw him finish with his left again. Very good play, and I like that they're attacking Ante Tomic. Make him work on the defensive end. We know he's so talented on the offensive end, but Panathinaikos taking it to him right now on the block.
Big Sofo on Juan Carlos Navarro. So far, it's Sada from the corner for Barca. Misses everything. And here comes Panathinaikos. Diamantidis in transition. Goes right inside the Sofo, attacking Tomic. Spins again, gets it to Skortsanidis on the three-point line. He drives, kicks out. It'll be Machulis knocking down the first three-pointer for Panathinaikos.
Great execution, inside out. You'd like to have your three-point shooters getting the pass from the inside. They're already facing the basket, spotting up. Machulis was in that same spot for several seconds before he shot.
Tomic in the post to Ingles, fakes, goes to Lorbeck, top of the lane, misses, and another rebound by Machulis. Diamantidis on the wing for Panathinaikos, right back into Big Sofo. His pass stolen by Ingles. He's fouled by Machulis. So that time Barcelona was ready when Big Sofo decided to pass.
And that was a great read by Ingles. We saw him, he went before, what they were doing before this, they were going as soon as the dribble was on the floor, Barcelona was going to trap. But we saw Ingles go before Skortsanidis came up with the dribble, and he was able to get his hand on the ball, deflect it, steal the ball.
First foul of the game, Jonas Machulis. Panathinaikos up 2, 5-7. Navarro fouled by Chanthopoulos on his curl pattern. And Chanthopoulos maybe a defensive specialist, and that may be why he's in the starting lineup, but it's tough, even if you are a defensive specialist, to deal with Juan Carlos Navarro.
We don't know too many people that can shut down this man right here, Juan Carlos Navarro. He's certainly, when he's hot, you can't do anything.
Another short jumper, this time by Navarro. He misses. First miss of the game for him. As Panathinaikos, as they did in the first game, holding an early lead, they were able to expand that to 12 points in the first quarter in game one. They're looking inside to Sophocles Skortsanidis. He spins, kicks to Diamantidis in the lane, to the corner. Sartsadis for three, off the mark. A foul on the rebound committed by Joe Ingles. Maciulis being very aggressive on the board so far.
Well, we know he's aggressive at all times. We'll see him on the block, playing with his back to the basket, and he just crashes the offensive boards like he did on that play.
That's why they call him the Bull. Jonas Maciulis with 2 rebounds already, drawing a foul on an offensive rebound there. Panathinaikos goes inside the sofa again, spins, gives it to Sartsadis, running in off the backboard. Shot goes out, but he'll be going to the free throw line, fouled by Razem Lorbek.
Very smart move here by Kostas Sartsadis. If we see the replay, we're going to see Kostas actually initiates the contact, bumps into Lorbek to draw that foul. He almost got the basket, but as it turns out, it's just going to be 2 free throws.
So the veteran, Kostas Sartsadis, going to the free throw line. When you talk about experience at this level of the playoffs, John, for Panathinaikos, it's Sartsadis and Diamantidis have been there forever, the last decade, playing these kind of games. They're very important for this team. As Sartsadis hits the second free throw, makes it a 3-point difference for Panathinaikos. Victor Sada, who was a huge part of Barcelona, coming back to win game one, gives it off to Navarro. Jawai in the game for Barcelona. Nate Jawai gives it to Navarro. He gets fouled by Big Sofo.
They're using the fouls on Juan Carlos Navarro. It's okay right now. The team is not in the bonus, so there are no free throws. They're just going to take the ball out of bounds.
Midway through the first quarter in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week, Barcelona up 1-0 in this playoff series, best of 5, with a huge 72-70 overtime win in game one. Ball goes into Jawai. Jawai gets it tipped away from Lasme, who's come on the court for Panathinaikos. A lot of early substitutions, or a couple early substitutions by these teams.
It's interesting that Bedoulakis took Skortsanidis out as soon as Jawai goes in the game. That seems like a natural matchup for both teams. You won't see 2 bigger guys on the court than those 2 heavyweights.
Lasme, of course, had a big role in putting Panathinaikos ahead going into the fourth quarter of game one. He was tearing it up. Maciulis swings to Chanthopoulos, drives the lane. Chanthopoulos off the board and in over big Nate Jawai. So the surprise starter throwing some offense into his game.
That looked like we typically see that from Roko Ukic.
Sada out top, he'll take a 3. He'll knock it down, left alone at the top of the circle. And Victor Sada picking up where he left off in game one.
Yes, we see that Panathinaikos, if they're going to leave somebody open, it's going to be Victor Sada. He proved to him that he's capable in game one of making him. He airballed his first shot, but came back with big confidence to make that one.
Diamantidis inside the Lasme. He misses the short shot at the rim. Sada on the break to Ingles for 3, knocks it down. Barcelona back in front.
Barcelona's back in front, and they're running the floor. They've increased the pace. This is what they like. They like to attack in the open court, in transition, get those open shots.
Barcelona only had 9 points in the first 9 minutes of game one. Here they're up to 11 in the first 5 of this game already. Playing their pace a little more. Diamantidis to Sartsadis. Goes behind his back, goes to the rim. Sartsadis off the rim. Rebound is loose, tapped out of bounds by Stefan Lasme. And it'll be Barcelona ball. Roko Ukic coming in the game, but we have a timeout on the floor in Barcelona. Halfway through the first quarter of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week. It's Barcelona 11, Panathinaikos 10. And we'll remind you that you can follow the very latest updates in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague on Twitter at our official EuroLeague basketball account at EuroLeague, or use the hashtag #IFeelDevotion to tweet about all the playoff action in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. And we had playoff action last night as 3 other series had their opening games. Let's show you what happened between CSKA Moscow and Caja Laboral. CSKA, of course, coming in with a home court advantage, playing at home, as Caja Laboral made it to the playoffs in the last game of the top 16 early on. Sasha Khan going inside to Victor Kriapa for the super slam as CSKA led 26-19 after 1 quarter. We see the great Milos Teodosic going to the rim, getting fouled. Big shot as he helped put CSKA up 50-35 at halftime in that game. He went on to have 17 points. Caja Laboral trying to fight back. Tip in there by Andres Nozioni. But they were playing from behind the whole night. In this case, it was Nemanja Bjelica getting loose for a slam in the lane. But as you can see, CSKA had full control by that point. And we're putting the finishing touches with this basket by Sasha Khan, who was 6 for 6 on 2-pointers on an 89-78 home win in the first game of their series. Teodosic 17 points, Sonny Weems 19 with 4 3-pointers, John Rogers. So CSKA taking care of business in game 1 last night.
They're exactly where they want to be, Frank. They're just been playing better as the season has gone on.
Barca ahead 11-10 first quarter of game 2 in this series. They have the ball. Victor Sada to Juan Carlos Navarro. You see Roko Ukic in the game now for Panathinaikos. Joe Ingles driving the lane. Step back jumper off the back of the rim. Diamantidis chases down a rebound for Panathinaikos. They're doing a good job on the defensive board so far.
Frank, they earned that rebound. Did you see those 3 players going after Joe White to get that rebound? That was a team defensive rebound right there.
Ukic probing the lane. Goes to Satsadis, backing down on C.J. Wallace in the game for Barcelona. Ukic gets it back. 4 on the shot clock. Inside to Machulis. He's got to take it off the front of the rim. And Barcelona comes down with a rebound. Victor Sada playing with Nate Jawa. Gets it to Navarro. Into C.J. Wallace. Backing down on Machulis. Turns. His hook shot misses. Ball out of bounds on Nate Jawa. It'll be Panathinaikos ball.
Tough shot by Wallace there. Went for a left-handed jump hook. But let's give Panathinaikos defense credit. They are just playing tough right now. So many weapons on this Barcelona team, but Panathinaikos is playing very tough physical defense.
Same at the other end, John. Panathinaikos was up to 10 points. Got stalled in the last few possessions due to that Barcelona defense, as we see James Gist come on the floor for Panathinaikos. And of course, he had a big role in game 1. Gist did with 14 points for Panathinaikos. Ukic goes baseline, spins, gets it to Gist. He's going to fire up a 3. First thing on the floor, misses. Jawai with the rebound. Barcelona's keeping him away from the basket since the early shots by Sophocles Skurtsanidis. Now it's Navarro out top. Pick and roll with Jawai, trapped. Gets it to Wallace, just barely. He goes inside to Jawai, but the pass is too quick, off his hands, and the turnover by Barcelona.
That's a good idea. It's actually a good look by Wallace. It's a tough pass to catch from such a close distance. But again, give the Panathinaikos defense credit. They're swarming and they're rotating. They're helping each other. It's a great defensive effort by Panathinaikos. They've just given up the 3 for 3 3-pointers. And just other than that, there's only been 1 basket. It's 1 normal field goal.
There's 3 3-pointers by Barcelona. The difference right now, Ukic on the wing. Goes baseline again, tries to put it up. This time there's Lasme for the tip in out of nowhere, John.
He's just flying. We've seen him soar. He's been doing it game after game, especially last game. That's his first basket. Let's see if he puts it together a little string like he has in the past games.
Almost looked like a pass to him. Here's Marcelinho Huertas in the game for Barca. Gets it to Navarro as he makes his move behind the back. Roko Ukic throwing his hands out and getting in the way. Called for a foul right there.
That's okay. It's still, the team is not in the bonus. There are no free throws. And I think those 4 fouls have all been used against Navarro. At least 3 of them have been used against Navarro so far.
And you talked about that, John, that their job one is to stop Navarro. Here he goes from downtown again, off the backboard, misses. Lasme pulls down the rebound. Diamantidis with the ball for Panathinaikos. He's their leader. Has yet to take a shot in this game. Uses the pick and roll, goes to Machulis. Machulis will fire from deep. Off the mark, there's Lasme again with a hand on the rebound, but Wallace pulls it down for Barcelona. Forcing some outside shots right now, Barcelona's defense is, John.
They're not giving up anything easy. We see since Shorts-Need's been out of the game. Everything's been perimeter oriented.
Barcelona has to pull it out. Navarro from way downtown. Not on the mark that time.
He was anxious, Frank. He finally saw some daylight, even though he was so far away from the basket, but he's got such confidence. He saw some daylight. He was going up with it.
Roko Ukic on the wing. Goes to Lasme. Looking for somebody to pass to. Gets it to Machulis. 5 on the shot clock. Machulis driving. The Gist in the corner. Doesn't get the shot off. Let's see what the call is. Whether the shot clock was expired or there's a foul on Nate Jawai. Yeah, it's hard to tell from that angle right there. As we see the foul called, on C.J. Wallace, as Gist was right near the rim at the end of the shot clock.
Well, that would explain it, Frank. If the foul was on C.J. Wallace, it was before he got to the rim, so it was plenty. It was within the shot clock. He got that off on time.
So James Gist will be going to the free throw line as we see Sharunas Jasikevičius come in the game for Barcelona. Gist misses the first of his 2 free throws.
Frank, Gist was just incredible in game 1. He was all over the court. We saw him make the 3-pointers, but we also saw him take it to the basket. Some impressive dunks. They're going to need him to come back. So far, he's struggled this game.
Gist misses. Lasme rebounds, but Tomic rejects him on the putback attempt. Still 11-12, coming up on a minute left in the first quarter. Barcelona, Ingles out top to Wallace. His pass again inside to Tomic, over sails the intended target. So there's 2 in a row we've seen fly out of bounds. Passes by C.J. Wallace as Barcelona records its 3rd turnover.
3rd turnover, and they're only shooting 1 out of 6 from the 2-point range, with 16% so far.
Panathinaikos up 1. Diamantidis. He's got Lorbeck in a mismatch. Ingles comes to help. Ball goes to Ukic. Ukic gets to the lane. Fallback jumper rolls around and goes in. So nice shot by Roko Ukic, and that's important for Panathinaikos.
Roko Ukic is capable, and they're going to need some points from him tonight. He can do it on drives and also from 3-point range.
Huertas swings, ball into Tomic for the hook shot. His shot misses, however, and Gist all over that rebound. James Gist playing some inspired ball. His game 1 performance, as you said, John, one of his best in a Panathinaikos uniform. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Diamantidis working on a 3-point lead for Panathinaikos. Goes around, Lorbeck gets in the lane. Blocked, but also knocked on the hip by Ante Tomic. And that will send Dimitris Diamantidis to the free throw line with a chance to put the Panathinaikos lead up to 5 points, with 4.5 seconds left. There you see the step in by Tomic before he blocked the shot, and that's where the foul was called down low.
Yeah, they saw there's a little contact by his hip. That was just enough to draw the attention of the referee to call that foul. Interesting how Barcelona is switching on their picks on top. Both times, Lorbeck has been stuck with Diamantidis, and that's not a matchup that Xavi Pascual likes.
Diamantidis took it to the lane on the second of those switches, and now he makes 2 free throws. He's got Panathinaikos with a 5-point lead, 4.5 seconds on the clock. Michael Bramos comes in the game for Panathinaikos. Let's see what Barcelona can do with 4.5 seconds. They go to Huertas. Huertas across half court, running 3-pointer. off the mark. And that is where the first quarter of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague game of the week will end, with Panathinaikos again taking a lead after 10 minutes, 11-16 on the floor of FC Barcelona Regal. As we said, there were 3 games, 3 other playoff openers last night in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. Let's bring you up to date and see what happened with the defending champions, Olympiacos Piraeus, at home in game 1 of the playoffs against Anadolu Efes Istanbul. And this was a tight defensive battle from the start. As we see Efes hanging in there from the beginning. In this case, it was Dimitris Katsivelis knocking down a 3-pointer from the corner late in that first quarter, as Olympiacos got through 10 minutes with a 2-point lead, 17-15. Second quarter, here came Anadolu Efes. Kerem Gonlum on the feed by Jaman Lucas gets them within 33-32 at halftime. It stayed close the entire night, this game. There's the man of the night for Olympiacos, the great Yorgos Printezis, with a slam right there. But Efes kept coming, and here you see Semi Erden with the putback, got them within 2 in the fourth quarter. But on the close plays near the end of the game, including this great breakaway slam by Kostas Papanikolaou, Olympiacos stretched its lead and held on for a 67-62 victory over Anadolu Efes Istanbul to take a 1-0 lead in their best-of-5 playoff series. We return to Barcelona, Spain, where it's Panathinaikos holding an 11-16 lead after 1 quarter. This is game 2 of their series. And John Rogers, except for the 3 3-pointers by Barcelona early in the first quarter, this has been Panathinaikos under control again.
They've done an excellent job. Barcelona did not shoot 1 free throw in the first quarter, and they made 1 out of 7 2-pointers and a 3 for 6 3-pointers. We see young Alex Abrinas is in the game, checked in for Barcelona now.
And Marcus Banks with the ball in the game now for Panathinaikos. He gives it to Ukic, playing with Lasme. Goes in the corner to Gist. Gist is going to fire a 3-pointer in for James Gist. Make it an 8-point lead. And this is similar to where it was right before the end of the first quarter in game 1. So Panathinaikos knowing how to start these games. Jasikevicius to Lorbeck. Swings to Huertas. Goes inside to Tomic. 4 in the shot clock. Tomic spinning. Gets a shot off. Once again misses. And James Gist took it off the rim. Panathinaikos really doing a job on the defensive board. They're giving Barcelona 1 shot only, John.
They're just struggling so far. Barcelona cannot figure out this defense.
Banks in the corner for Panathinaikos. Fakes baseline. Goes trying to go around Jasikevicius. Gets it to Ukic. 3 on the shot clock. Ukic from deep. Off the front of the rim into the hands of Ante Tomic. Here comes Barcelona the other way. Jasikevicius gets it stolen. Ukic on the run. And Alex Abrines steals it from him. So dueling turnovers before Huertas is fouled by Michael Bramos to stop a transition by Barcelona. What exactly, John, is Panathinaikos doing on defense that has Barcelona confused?
We've seen them earlier. The 3, 4, and 5 are switching between their players. They're so athletic that they can really cover 3 different players on the floor. And they've been switching out. We see Gist is on Alex Abrinas on a switch. Now he switches as Bramos is on him. So there's a player that they've just, look at the ball pressure. Look at the ball pressure. They've got Barcelona's out behind the 3-point line in the corner, and they're just being pressured, and they cannot even see the basket.
Barcelona fortunate to get the foul called on James Gist, trying to stop Rajem Lorbeck. Here's the teenager, Alex Abrines, in the game. He missed game 1. He was sick. He's going to try a 3-pointer right now. Alex Abrines knocks it down. And talk about a player who's come out of nowhere, John. He hardly played this season until they needed him in the last game of the top 16. Scored 21 points. This is his next EuroLeague game. But this guy looks like he wants to play.
Oh, and he made a great play on the defensive end to stop that fast break earlier and come up with a steal. Then we see him just knock down the three. He's got such a great shooting stroke.
Michael Bramos to Lasme, throws it away to Jasikevicius, ahead to Brines, to Huertas, and Lorbeck finishes the break and gets fouled. So nice ball movement as Barcelona gets a spark from Alex Abrines.
Abrines is coming up big, but there it is. Barcelona, if they can get it, is some stops on the defensive end. They come over with a steal here. If they can get into the transition game, they're so much better.
And there's a timeout on the floor before Erasm Lorbeck goes to the free throw line. We talked about him before the game, John. He was held scoreless in game 1, and we had to go back 3 years to find a game where Erasm Lorbeck didn't score in a EuroLeague game. You said you expect him to come back strong tonight. That's an example right there.
That was a hustle play by Lorbeck. He's not known for his speed, but he went 100% to get down the floor, beat Lasme, finished a tough shot. Now he's got a chance to add to it with a free throw. Last game, speaking of his last game, he played almost 19 minutes, only took one shot. So some of it, we got to give some of the credit to the Panathinaikos defense, but definitely Barcelona is going to need some more production out of Lorbeck.
And here we're seeing the three-pointers of Barcelona. It's been Ingles, Navarro, Sada, and then the teenager Abrines coming off the bench. 4 3-pointers, 12 out of their 16 points so far have been from the arc. Is that something that Panathinaikos is accepting as part of their defensive plan?
Barcelona struggled beyond the arc in the first game, so maybe they're going to give them some three-pointers. They're definitely clamping down inside, and what I think they've done an excellent job is they've used their fouls perfectly, and this will be the first time that Barcelona will actually go to the free throw line. We're already into the second quarter.
Barcelona happens to be 6th ranked in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague this season, shooting 37.5% from three-point distance. There it is, Alex Abrines, well known to fans in Spain, but he hasn't had too much time in his first EuroLeague season. Abrines playing only 9 games so far, making appearances in 9 games and averaging 9 minutes or 10 minutes in those games. So he hasn't been on the court all season long, but he certainly made his mark in the last top 16 game as Erasm Lorbeck completes a three-point play to get Barcelona within 2.
Looks like a 2-3 zone by Barcelona here. Matchup.
Sada is back in the game. Diamantidis out top, 8 on the shot clock. Goes to Gist. Gist driving baseline, running one-hander. Let's see what the foul call is. On the rebound, it was Lasme inside, getting fouled by Lorbeck. And you see consistently, whenever Lasme is on the floor, any rebound, he's going after it.
Yep, he's going after it. He gets up so quick. He's actually shorter than anybody else around the basket, but he gets up so quick. He's got the great wingspan.
Lasme ranks 6th in the EuroLeague this season in rebound, almost 6 per game. Panathinaikos attacking the zone. Diamantidis gets a screen from Lasme. He'll shoot a three-pointer off the front of the rim, but there's Gist with the rebound. Inside to Lasme, puts it down. So a big offensive rebound and a needed 2 points by Panathinaikos.
Great teamwork, great vision there. First the offensive rebound by Gist, and then he was able to spot his teammate Lasme.
Abrines from Huertas for the slam. He did it outside on his first shot. Abrines going in for the alley-oop on his second one. So let's see if the teenager is the spark that Barcelona needs. Diamantidis out top. His team up 2. Satsaris, 2-point jumper inside the arc, in and out. Again, Lasme bothering the rebound, but that one was held by Ante Tomic, so the foul will be on Lasme. And that gives him 2 so far. He comes off the floor. Jonas Maciulis comes in.
Looks like Panathinaikos is even going smaller now with their lineup. Satsaris is guarding Tomic.
Steal by Diamantidis. Ahead to Bramos. Fast break layup. Diamantidis picking the pocket of Marcelino Huertas. Of course, he is the all-time steals leader Dimitris Diamantidis in the EuroLeague, so no surprise there. They call him Spider-Man in Greece for all his steals. Here's Huertas from the corner, answering back. Marcelinho Huertas has Barcelona within 1.
Important to see him get on track. He's so important to this Barcelona team. He gives them another option on offense.
Midway through the second quarter, Turkish Airlines EuroLeague game of the week. Inside to Michoulis, backing down on Abrines. Kicks. Diamantidis tries the behind the back pass. Michoulis had gone to the corner, so it's a turnover for Panathinaikos. And Barcelona, John, with a chance to come back and take the lead.
We see a different Barcelona team in the second quarter. This man, Alex Abrines, has just done an outstanding job on both ends of the floor.
Ball inside, the Lorbeck off the rim, rebounded by Panathinaikos. Panathinaikos led by 8 at the beginning of this quarter. Here's Gist. Makes his move on the baseline, and that foul is on Razem Lorbeck. That'll be his third, John, if I'm not mistaken. As you see the replay of the fast break layoff by Michael Bramos off the steal by Dimitris Diamantidis, not to the liking of Barcelona head coach Xavi Pascual. Panathinaikos inbound and under the basket. Tsatsaris swings to Gist, back to Diamantidis. Gist will fire it. No, he'll try to pass inside to Tsatsaris, who was waiting for the rebound, so a turnover by Panathinaikos. And then we've seen a few of those, John, so far.
They're struggling with their turnovers. They're going to have to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Yes, if he's got opening like that, he's been hitting those shots. He should be shooting that shot.
C.J. Wallace back on the floor for Barcelona, and there's a foul off the ball.
It's just tough defense by Tsatsaris here. Tomic using his offhand to create a little bit extra space. Gets Tsatsaris in the chin.
There you saw elbow up high. Always will be something that the referees see very clearly.
Tsatsaris is so tough. He just put his face into Tomic's body. He's just inviting him to get hit.
Ukic. Ball swings to Bramos. Bramos with a jumper. Michael Bramos knocks it down, keeping Panathinaikos a step ahead of Barcelona. And
sure.
Bramos with no points in the first game. If he can score now, important for them. Look at the block by Gist as Huertas went to the hole. Ball in the possession of Bramos, as Panathinaikos did not let Huertas get that easy basket. Looked like an easy basket. Tsatsaris from 3-point distance misses. Rebound by Abrines.
These teams are just fighting, especially Panathinaikos. Give them credit. They're going all out, just fighting for every possession here.
Jasikevičius to C.J. Wallace.
Great closeout.
Goes outside to Huertas. The defense of Panathinaikos making a mark. Huertas on the spin, blocked by Bramos. 2 in a row. They are everywhere on defense, Panathinaikos. Clinging to a 3-point lead. Diamantidis to Tsatsaris. To Bramos. He'll take another short jumper. That one's off the mark. C.J. Wallace rips the rebound. Up and down action in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague game of the week. 3:20 to play in the first half. Huertas lobs to Tomic. This one goes down, and Barcelona is back within 1.
Smart play there by Huertas, going over the Panathinaikos defense. You can't go through him. He went over, got it to the big man on the court. Tomic was able to just finish that nice lob pass.
Ukic to Diamantidis. Screen from Tsatsaris, gets the ball back. It's going to be Gist on the wing, handing off. Shot clock's running down. Ukic gets it off the back of the rim, but the rebound again. The 5th offensive rebound by Panathinaikos. They are doing a job on the boards, Johnny Rogers. 16-10, 17-10 advantage to make it. Diamantidis to Gist, firing up a 3, off the mark. So Barcelona with a chance to take the lead with 2:30 to play in the first half.
They're just, look how hard these players are breathing right now. They are tired. They've been going up and down. Gist already asked for a sub. He'll be coming out next dead ball.
Huertas gets in the lane. This one he finishes. He created the threat of lobbing it to Tomic, and this time they couldn't challenge him. He puts it down, puts Barcelona in front 26-25. As we go to a timeout on the floor in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week. Here's that block again. Huertas going one hand and two players getting there with Gist making the block. Let's fill you in during this timeout on last night's third opening game of the playoff series between Real Madrid and Maccabi Electra Tel Aviv. They were playing in the Spanish capital, and it was quite a turnaround in this game. Despite that early dunk right off the tip-off by Rudy Fernandez, it was Maccabi pouring it on. Here's a three-pointer by Sylvan Landesberg to put them up by 12 at the early part of the second quarter. But that was all she wrote in that quarter for Maccabi. As you see Rudy with the one-step jam against Landesberg. Turned out to be a 24-4 second quarter for Madrid. They took a 38-27 lead at halftime. They kept pouring it on. Sergio Llull there with a three-pointer late in the third quarter made it a 15-point difference. And from there, it just kept climbing for Real Madrid. Sergio Rodriguez with a fantastic game. He had that basket right there, but a double-double with 10 points and 10 assists as Madrid went on to win 79-53. No double-digit scores from Maccabi, and the second biggest margin of victory in the rivalry between Madrid and Maccabi. It goes 45 games back 45 years. Second biggest margin of victory in last night's first game of playoffs. Madrid getting the jump in their series. We go back to the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week in Barcelona, where the hosts from Barcelona have just retaken the lead 26-25 late in the second quarter. They were down to 8 to start this quarter, 19-11. You see Juan Carlos Navarro back on the floor and big Sophocles Skurtanitis. C.J. Wallace making the steal right out of the timeout.
Good defense by C.J. He knew that pass was going into Shortsanidis. Shortsanidis on the floor. Panathinaikos getting the ball on the block. Good anticipation by Wallace.
Jasikevičius from downtown misses. Rebound picked up by Gist. Ball ahead to Sofo. He's trying to get rid of it.
Hit the back of the backboard, so the ball's out of bounds for Barcelona.
You see the pass by Diamantidis.
Actually, we see
difficult for Sofo to handle. And he was going out of bounds, trying to get rid of the ball. Threw it off the backboard. Another turnover by Panathinaikos, but that's their seventh turnover is what I have here in the second quarter. Or seventh for the game. There's 6 of them in the second quarter. Here's Navarro. Joe Ingles back in the game. Gets it into Jawai. Jawai backing down on big Sofo. Turns, shoots, and rolls it in. Nathan Jawai has Barcelona up 3, 28-25. With a minute and 10 seconds left to play in the first half. Roko Ukic for Panathinaikos. To Diamantidis inside the big Sofo. Turns, gives it off to Gist. Gist, jump hook. Gets fouled going up. He'll be going to the free throw line. James Gist, he mishandled that ball, but he ended up getting 2 free throws out of it.
Yes, he's got such great explosiveness. He hung up in the air long enough to be able to gather himself again and go back up and got fouled. Actually bailed out on that play. But how about those heavyweights going at it, Frank? We have Jawai against Shortsanidis. Both teams are looking for them under the basket. And we saw Shortsanidis there is doing a great job. He's passing out from the block. He's not forcing against the double coverage. He spotted Gist on that play. Give Shortsanidis a lot of credit.
James Gist knocks down the first of 2 free throws. Panathinaikos has been up for most of this game, but now they're trying to come from behind before halftime. He's got them within 1 as he makes 2 of 2. Barcelona with a 1-point lead. Jasikevičius is pushing it across half court. Under a minute left until halftime. Wallace to Ingles. To Navarro. His pass off the knee of James Gist. That would give 14 seconds on the shot clock back to Barcelona as they try it again. 48 on the game clock until halftime.
If you're Barcelona, you got to be happy right now. Navarro is well rested. Has only played 9 minutes so far in this first half.
Jasikevičius. Pass tip, but Wallace comes up with it, gets it to Navarro. 9 on the shot clock. Gist guarding him. He drives on Gist. Gets bumped by Ukic right at the baseline before putting his shot up. He'll go to the free throw line, Juan Carlos Navarro. So after his quick 5 points at the very start of this game, as you said, back on the floor and getting to the free throw line, Juan Carlos Navarro.
And we saw him make a similar move to score his first basket, going right, a little bit of a hang shot.
Roko Ukic with his second foul, as we see Sophocles Kortsonidis take a seat on the Panathinaikos bench, and Kostas Sartsadis coming in to replace him. Navarro knocks down the first free throw.
Frank, we've been talking about Panathinaikos, a great job they're doing on the offensive and defensive boards. Barcelona has not gotten one offensive rebound tonight.
Let's see, Navarro's shot was rolling around the rim. Somebody got a hand on it. It was 29-27 before that second free throw. Let's see what the referees have ruled on that play. And they're giving it as a free throw to Juan Carlos Navarro. So both free throws down. Barcelona up 3, 30 seconds left in the second quarter. Diamantidis double teamed, goes cross court to Ukic. Ukic drives baseline. Navarro stops him. Ukic in the corner to Bramos. And the ball tipped off of Bramos' leg and out of bounds. It'll be Barcelona ball with 16.4 seconds. And a timeout on the floor. Here you see Jasikevic is right there for the big steal, really.
Frank, we saw excellent defense from the two key offensive players right there on Barcelona's team. Navarro did an excellent job of containing Ukic, who's very crafty getting the basket. He made the pass in the corner to Bramos, and it was Sartsadis that was there that did an excellent job to come up with that steal.
So Barcelona was down 19-11 to start the second quarter, and that is the same numbers by which they've outscored Panathinaikos in this quarter to hold on to a 30-27 lead. And now they will have 14 seconds, or 16 seconds, I'm sorry, to try to add to that difference, which would be a huge boost for Barcelona if they can get any more points after having been down by 8 to start the second quarter, John.
Yeah, at this point, Barcelona has to be very pleased going into the locker rooms, being up. They've got a chance to extend their three-point lead right now. They've been down the whole way. Just Panathinaikos has really dominated this first half, but they have nothing to show for it because they're down in the scoreboard.
And on the screen there during the timeout, we saw one of the great Barcelona footballers, Gerard Piqué, taking in tonight's Turkish Airlines EuroLeague action. Playoff time. Game of the week. Barcelona up 3, 16.4 on the clock till halftime. Victor Sada in to direct this last offense. Gets it to Navarro. Guarded by Bramos. Dribbling the clock down. Getting a screen from Lorbeck. It'll be Diamantidis. 3 on the clock. Navarro step back. Makes it. What a shot by Juan Carlos Navarro. That's why he is who he is. One of the greatest shooters in basketball this century. Juan Carlos going against a 5-time best defender. Step back runner. Nothing but net for Juan Carlos Navarro, putting FC Barcelona Regal up 32-27 at halftime in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week, second game of the playoffs. Barcelona comes in with a 1-0 lead, and now they're up 5 at halftime in Game 2. We'll come back for some great second half action in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week.
Turkish Airlines. 7 days. Adidas. Spalding. And Enios. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
There we heard from Stefan Lasme of Panathinaikos, this year's EuroLeague leader in block shots. His team is down 32-27 at halftime in Game 2 of the playoffs against Barcelona. We're getting ready for second half action. Johnny Rogers, while we do wait for the second half to start, they played 48 hours ago. Very tough physical game. First half tonight has been the same way. Can fatigue be a factor in the second half tonight?
That's a great point, Frank, but Xavi Pascual has actually done a good job. He's had 10 players on the floor, all split in time. So far, the player that's played the most is Ante Tomic with 12 minutes. We talked about Navarro before. He's under 11 minutes. And I think really what was key is we saw Alex Abrinas come in. He wasn't available that first game in game 1. He played 8 minutes and did a great job.
Juan Carlos Navarro leading Barcelona with 9 points, including the runner to up the lead 2-5 right before the end of the first half, while James Gist with just 5 points is the top scorer so far for Panathinaikos Athens. We had a chance at halftime to talk to one of our head coaches in tonight's Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week. Let's hear what Xavi Pascual of FC Barcelona Regal had to say at the break.
Coach, your team's leading by 5 at the half. What do you think about, what are your thoughts on the first half?
In the first quarter, we played with a lot of turnovers, but after this, on the second quarter, we play better with easy passes and good shots.
Okay. Coach, what do your team need to do, keep doing in the second half for you to win?
Sure, the game will go point by point. Sure, they control the motions, control the different rebound, easy passes, and of course, score the easy shots.
Okay, thank you very much, Coach.
Turkish Airlines, Spalding, Intersport, official global sponsors of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.
Second half action getting ready to start in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week. It's FC Barcelona Regal 32, Panathinaikos Athens 27. And John will remind everybody that that this game has gone similar to the first game. At the halftime of the first game was a 2-point difference for Barcelona after Panathinaikos had led by a lot in the first quarter. Similar trajectory so far in this game. In the first one, Panathinaikos came out in the third quarter and gave it another push, went up by double digits again. You see this third quarter being key right now?
Oh, it's always key, Frank, when you're talking about a playoff game. This is game 2. Panathinaikos has their back to the wall. They're going to have to come out strong and give their best effort. So far, they've struggled from three-point range, which may be the difference so far in this game.
And there we see the shot by Juan Carlos Navarro to boost the lead to 5 points right before the half. Brilliant step-back jumper over one of the greatest defenders in basketball, Dimitris Diamantidis, by the EuroLeague's all-time top scorer, Juan Carlos Navarro. And John, Panathinaikos has done what it wanted to do on the boards. They're up by a difference of 11 to 18 on the boards. They've been holding Barcelona to zero offensive rebounds. It's been those three-pointers that Barcelona's been able to hit. 5 compared to 2 for Panathinaikos. There's been a big difference here.
Exactly, Frank. And also they've done a great job. They've kept Barcelona off the free throw line. So far, only 3 free throws. Barcelona shot 3 free throws.
5 3-pointers by 5 different players as well. So it's not like one guy is hot. Everybody's had a taste, or 5 guys have had a taste of their long-range shots going down, which makes them more dangerous as the second half gets underway. It's 32 to 27.
Okay, the problem we are waiting,
with Barcelona in front. And of course, we've seen 2 years ago these teams in the same playoff series. Barcelona won the first game by 1 point at home. Panathinaikos came back, won game 2, and then the remaining 2 games went on to win the Final Four in the city of Barcelona. They've got some playoff rivalry going now 2 years later. Very similar start to the series. Barcelona with possession to start the second half. Sada to Navarro. Navarro driving. 9 on the shot clock. Guarded by Satsades in a mismatch. Satsades trying to stay with him, but that's a difficult task for a big guy like that.
He did it once, Frank, but the second time he couldn't do it. He cut him off going right. Navarro was about to turn the corner going left. Used his hands. Called for the foul.
First foul of the second half drawn by Navarro. Satsades, it's his first. Here's Navarro from deep, knocking down another 3-pointer. And he has Barcelona with his biggest lead of the game now, make it 8 points, 35-27, forcing some sort of reaction from Panathinaikos. They go inside to Kurtsanidis. He gets double teamed right away. Tries to go inside, but the defense was there by Joe Ingles. And here comes Barcelona the other way. It's going to be an offensive foul on Nathan Jawai, as Kostas Tsatsidis was in there trying to front the pass into the post. And once again, it's the second time in this game that we've seen the high arm movement by a Barcelona big man, and Tsatsidis drawn an offensive foul. Turnover for Barcelona. Diamantidis goes inside to Skurtsanidis. Couldn't make the pass last time. Still dribbling. Now he gets it taken away by Wallace. Another turnover as Panathinaikos tries to go into Skurtsanidis. Can't get anything out of two opportunities. Navarro, screened by Jawai, gets it back to Jawai. Running one-hander, goes down for Nate Jawai. Nice nifty move by the big man.
Nice finish there. Little floater in the lane. That's a tough shot. We see the big man Jawai come up with an excellent play.
Biggest lead of the game for either team now. Barcelona up 10, 37-27. And their defense is just shut down. And does it again as Jawai takes it away from Diamantidis on the break. Ingles gets it knocked out of bounds by Diamantidis. It'll remain Barcelona ball.
Frank, we're seeing Barcelona double teaming. All their turnovers in the second half, this third quarter, have been the result of the double teams. They're trapping the ball excellent on the low post, and we saw them do it right there in the perimeter.
So 3 quick turnovers by Panathinaikos doesn't help their position at all. They were only down a couple. They were ahead until midway through the second quarter. Stayed close until the shot by Navarro that ended the first half with a 5-point lead for Barcelona. But here they've given up the first 5 points after halftime. Is Panathinaikos' problem right now more offense or defense, John?
They're doing a solid job on the defensive end, but let's give Juan Carlos Navarro a lot of credit, because those last 2 baskets we saw, first the three-pointer coming off the screen and the shot to finish the half, those are 5 points that are just quality points that the defense really can't do anything to stop. But no doubt, Frank, Panathinaikos is going to have to get some stops on defense, try and get out in transition and get some easier baskets, because right now they're struggling in the half-court offense. Barcelona's doing an excellent job trapping, and then we're seeing great team defense. Those other 3 players are covering the other 4 players on the floor and ready to come up with steals.
And there you see the steal by big Nate Jawai. Big man stealing from a guard, paying for it as he paying for that steal, but Barcelona, as we said, ahead with a timeout on the floor by 10 here early in the second half of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague game of the week. And John, Panathinaikos had 19 points on the first shot of the second quarter. They were up 19-11. They've been stuck on 8 points in the last 10 minutes of this game. They have got to find some way through the Barcelona defense. You mentioned the traps. They've tried Sophocles Skurtsanidis, but they're probably going to have to try something else.
They're going to have to go. We know they're a great pick-and-roll team. Let's see if they go to play some pick-and-roll basketball. We see Ukic is in the game, Diamantidis. Both of those players are very capable of making something happen off pick-and-rolls.
Barcelona ball. Victor Sada out top. Gives it to Navarro. He falls, but gets it to Wallace for a 3-pointer off the mark. Sada and Jawai rip the rebound together. Barcelona gets another try, trying to up this lead against an aggressive Panathinaikos team that came back in the third quarter of game 1. Wallace in the corner to Sada. Sada for 3. Sada knocks it down, doing it again like he did late in the first game. He has Barcelona up 13.
Frank, that was a tough shot. He had to leap to catch that pass. He leaped up there, and then he came down and shot it right off the next bounce. It wasn't exactly a spot-up shot.
Ukic from deep answers with a 3-pointer, much needed for Panathinaikos to get the difference back down to 10, 40-30. Looking to boost the visitors from Athens. They go inside to Jawai. Passes off the mark. Here comes Diamantidis ahead to Bramos for Gist. Gist inside. Puts it down and gets fouled. James Gist with a 3-point play opportunity.
Great strength by Gist to gather himself, go up, get hit, absorb the contact, finish. Chance for another 3-point play. Panathinaikos just like that, Frank. We've seen 5 points in the last 10 seconds, 15 seconds. They're on track, and they're going to make a run at it, looks like it.
So Panathinaikos not shrinking once they went down by 13. Let's see if Gist can complete the 3-point play off the mark. Lasme rips the rebound. Gets it out. It could be more than a 6-point run in just a few seconds. Diamantidis to Ukic, 13 on the shot clock. Gets it back to Diamantidis, working against C.J. Wallace. Inside to Gist, the slam misses by Gist. Wallace ahead to Sada, ball's loose and goes out of bounds on Roko Ukic. Sorry, that was Navarro trying to get ahead of the pack. Couldn't get his hands. There you see C.J. Wallace as the ball goes out of bounds and will remain Barcelona ball. A little bit of a missed opportunity there by Panathinaikos. They could have had it down to 6.
They lost a little bit of momentum there, but they're still in this game. They're going to have to do a little bit better job on defense.
Navarro, baseline jumper in and out. Tomic tries to get the rebound. It comes to Diamantidis. He's in transition. He's trying to finish. Gives it to Lasme. Lasme fouled at the rim by Sada, so they'll get another opportunity to trim this 8-point lead of Barcelona's. They didn't expect Lasme to miss a dunk or James Gist to miss a dunk on the last play, but now they're going to have Lasme at the free throw line.
Lasme's a pretty reliable free throw shooter. We know he's got a great 2-point percentage, field goal percentage, but as a free throw shooter, he shoots 75%.
Not bad for a big man. Stefan Lasme knocks down the first of his 2, has the difference down to 7. It was just 13 a couple of minutes ago. As Barcelona was up 40-27, but we talked about Panathinaikos only having 8 points in the previous 10 minutes. And since that, they've been able to reel off with this free throw 7 in a couple of minutes. So their offense is back on track. Victor Sada for Barcelona. They go inside to Tomic, guarded by Lasme, to Ingles, back to Tomic. 6 on the shot clock. He swings to Navarro, fake, 3-point try. Juan Carlos Navarro doesn't miss with an opportunity from the arc. Puts Barcelona back up by 9.
Navarro is on, and Barcelona has needed every single point of his tonight. He's been clutch for Barcelona. He's making his shots. He's not only making them, he's not even touching the rim. This guy is on fire so far tonight.
15 points in 15 minutes. The great Juan Carlos Navarro, one of the great shooters, putting up a claim to be one of the great shooters in the history of basketball with what he's been doing over the years. Ramos for Panathinaikos gets it to Gist. He's going to try to answer from downtown, and does. James Gist taking it right back for Panathinaikos.
Another corner 3 by James Gist. That's his 2nd tonight.
Back to a 6-point difference, 43-37, midway through the 3rd quarter. Tomic, guarded by Lasme, spinning outside of Wallace, swings to Ingles. He'll shoot from deep. Ingles off the rim and over the backboard. It'll be Panathinaikos ball, still trying to whittle down this lead by Barcelona from 13 to 6 so far. But in a matter of minutes, Panathinaikos, John Rogers, is back in this game.
They're back in this game. We see a different attitude, definitely a little bit more aggressive on the offensive end, and they're taking it to Barcelona right now.
Ukic gets a screen from Lasme. Goes in the corner to Gist. He'll try it again. He'll miss that one, however, as Tomic rips the rebound. Navarro, guarded by Gist, goes inside to the mismatch. Diamantidis doesn't want to deal with Ante Tomic, so he commits the foul. Diamantidis has been on the floor almost constantly in this game, but that is his first foul. The foul situation so far, 2 each for Stefan Lasme and Roko Ukic for Panathinaikos, while Lazem Lorbeck has 3, Nate Jawai 2, and C.J. Wiles 2 for Barcelona. Here's Sada from deep, misses everything, and Lasme comes up with a rebound. He had to force that one, John.
He didn't have his feet squared up on that play. He had to get it off before the shot clock expired.
Diamantidis, his team down 6, tries to split the trap. Comes up with a turnover out of that by kicking the ball. Let's see it again. And there you see the foot of Dimitris Diamantidis hitting the ball, causing the turnover.
Yeah, it was unintentional, but it did hit his foot. So the referee is going to call him for a violation on that play.
Panathinaikos up to its 12th turnover in this game, 4 more than Barcelona. Can't afford too many more. Navarro to Tomic, to Sada, to Wallace. Great ball movement, Barcelona.
Great execution, unselfish play, moving the ball. They end up with a layup, wide open layup underneath the basket. One of the first wide open looks they've gotten all night.
Great look by Victor Sada. Roko Ukic in the lane. Swings it to Bramos. Tries to force it inside to Lasme. Threw into a double team, and that's yet another turnover. As we said, 13 now for Panathinaikos. And John, they really can't afford much more. It looked like guys gave up shots on that possession as well.
Yes, and that was not, even if Lasme comes up with that ball, he can't do a whole lot with it in that situation.
Turnover this time by Barcelona. Diamantidis in transition to Ukic. Goes in the quarter to Bramos, and they have to pull it back out. Good transition defense by Barcelona. Diamantidis in the corner to Gist. This time he drives. Gist, reverse, puts it down. He has Panathinaikos back within 6.
Yes, he's taken it to the basket. Barcelona defense has to respect his outside shot. He was able to blow by the closeout man on that play. Didn't stop till he got all the way to the rim.
C.J. Wallace to Sada. Sada's going to try from downtown again. Misses that one, however. He hit 2 before that. Ball knocked out by Ante Tomic. It'll be Panathinaikos possession. Or will it? The coach of Panathinaikos, Argyris Pedolakis, doesn't seem too happy. But it is Panathinaikos ball. So a chance once again to get the difference down below 6. That would be a huge psychological lift for Panathinaikos. They could finish this quarter less than half behind what they were early in the quarter. Here's Bramos from deep. Bramos knocks it down. Game within 3, 45-42. Panathinaikos coming back strong on Barcelona's home court. Navarro, step back, fake, gets it back. Going against Bramos. To Wallace, 5 on the shot clock. Navarro's gonna have to do something now. Takes a 3-pointer off the backboard, almost goes in, but there's Alex Abrines with the rebound just on the floor and making things happen again. And if we're not mistaken, that's just the 2nd offensive rebound tonight for Barcelona. And the teenager coming out of the pack with that one gets fouled by James Gist. Otherwise, Panathinaikos would have had a chance to tie if they got that possession. Let's see what Barcelona does. Marcelinho Huertas back in the game. Gets it to Abrines, to Navarro. In the corner to Wallace. He'll try for 3. Off the back of the rim. Another offensive rebound by Abrines. He puts it right up. Off the mark. Rebound by Gist. Here comes Panathinaikos with a chance to tie. 2 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Panathinaikos very fortunate in that last series of plays. Gave up some offensive rebounds. They were long offensive rebounds.
Ukic will try. He will tie the game up from downtown. 45-45. Roko Ukic putting Panathinaikos even on Barcelona's floor. Late 3rd quarter action in game 2 of the playoffs. What a surge by the visitors, John Rogers.
Frank, what has been key is Panathinaikos has finally connected on their 3-point shots. We know they're capable of hitting. So far, the 3-point shots have brought them back into this game.
We have a timeout on the floor in Barcelona. It's all tied up 45-45. Chance to remind our viewers the tickets for the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final 4 in London are going fast. If you want to see the best weekend in world basketball, to see one of these 2 teams once they settle their playoff series, go to www.f4tickets.com and order yours now. Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final 4 2013 coming to London, the O2, on May 10th to May 12th next month. Get your tickets now at www.f4tickets.com. And there are 8 teams running around the EuroLeague playoffs this week, games 1 and 2, with nothing on their minds but being in London themselves for the Final 4. And you can see by the courage and the drama just in the first 7 quarters now of this series that nobody is given an inch in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague playoffs.
We see intense basketball. Both teams are determined, fighting on both ends of the floor. There's a lot at stake, Frick. This is for a Final Four playoff. This is a Final Four berth at stake right here.
Panathinaikos erasing all of a 13-point deficit in this quarter. Barcelona trying not to give up the lead. Huertas with the ball out top. Looking for somebody to pass to, goes cross court to Abrines. He's going to launch from deep and knock it down. Alex Abrines, the teenager, keeping Barcelona ahead.
Alex Abrines has been huge. Again, he's stepping up where he left off against Maccabi last week.
Ukic with the ball for Panathinaikos, has to come all the way out. Abrines with the steal, driving himself off the board. He gets fouled. He'll be going to the free throw line. And John Rogers, I know you've watched this kid over the years. He's a surprise to a lot of fans around Europe and around the world. But he came out of nowhere a couple years ago in Spain. Played last year for Unicaja. Barcelona picked him up this year. And he has just surged here into the playoffs. You don't see many people with so little experience be able to do what he's doing on the floor tonight.
Frank, especially being in a club like Barcelona where he's got so many talented teammates around him, he wasn't really getting much of an opportunity at all this year. Thanks to the injuries, he's getting a chance now to show what he's capable of doing, and he's coming through in pressure games.
And of course, those injuries, Pete Michael out for the season, Xavi Ravaseda out for this series, and that's what started to give Alex Abrines an opportunity in the last top 16 game. When Barcelona beat Maccabi, he led them in scoring with 21 points, and tonight he's in his first playoff game after missing the game 1 with sickness. Commits the foul right there on Michael Bramos. So first foul on Abrines, but he has 10 points, 3 rebounds, 2 steals in just 10 minutes on the floor. A teenage sensation for Barcelona. Kicks that ball out of bounds. It'll be another inbounds for Panathinaikos. You have to say right now, John, that Barcelona really missed him in game 1, which they almost lost on their home floor.
And they've got to be thankful that he's here right now. Otherwise, they'd probably be down on the scoreboard right now if it weren't for his actions.
Ukic to Lasme. Lasme driving. Lasme to the rim. Puts it down. It gets fouled. He'll have a chance to get Panathinaikos back within 2.
Lasme goes left on this play. Finishes with his right, but excellent play. And very important basket.
Foul on Šarūnas Jasikevičius. That will be his first. Trying to stop the big man on the fly to the basket. Stefan Lasme. Can't say enough about what he's done all season for Panathinaikos. But John, coming in this season, he might have been known more as a defensive player, certainly a shot blocker. But he's been a high percentage scorer, not incredible scorer, but double-digit scorer this season for Panathinaikos.
Yeah, he's done well because he's around the basket. His teammates are finding him, and he takes excellent shots. He's got great shot selection. Doesn't force anything.
35 seconds left in the third quarter. Lazem Lurbeck turns inside, goes off the rim and misses. Tips the ball out of bounds, so it'll be Panathinaikos with 30 seconds left in the third quarter with a chance to tie or go ahead. As the tension rises in game 2 of the playoffs in Barcelona, Panathinaikos coming back from 13 down in this quarter, tied it once already. Trying to do it again. Lasme out top to Ukic. They're trying to go inside to Maciulis, and the ball sails out of bounds. So good defense by Šarūnas Jasikevičius to deny the pass inside to a post-up specialist, Jonas Maciulis.
How about Sadis? He's playing excellent defense. He's not known for his defense, obviously. He's known for what he can do on the offensive end, but he's been given an outstanding effort on the defensive end tonight.
There we saw Argyris Pedalakis of Panathinaikos head coach saying shoot the ball. I think he's probably talking to Ukic. And the third quarter ends with that miss by Marcelinho Huertas. So that is how it will stand. It's a 50-48 score after 30 minutes in game 2 of the playoffs. It's been back and forth all game long. Panathinaikos leading by as many as 8 early in the second quarter. Barcelona rolling back to lead by 13 early in the third. But here we head into the fourth quarter, John Rogers, and it's as tight as it can be.
We've got a 2-point game, Frank. And here we see Juan Navarro. Panathinaikos was able to absorb all of his point productions coming out in the third quarter and actually come back full. They were able to tie it, and now they're only down 2 going into the fourth quarter.
We're coming up on fourth quarter action. It's FC Barcelona Regal 50, Panathinaikos 48. They went to overtime in the first game, and they are going at it tooth and nail here in game 2 of the playoffs. It's a best-of-5 playoff series. Barcelona won the first one. Panathinaikos can turn around the home court advantage if they can come back and win game 2.
Their three-pointers have been huge so far, Frank. They've gotten back into 40% shooting three-pointers. We know earlier in the game they were only at 20%. That's been key so far. Their defense has been a constant, but now they're getting more production on the offensive end and making things difficult for Barcelona.
And those 4 3-pointers in the third quarter for Panathinaikos came with its back against the wall, down 13. And here they are right back in the game. They'll get the first possession of the fourth quarter. Ukic out top. Goes cross court to Machulis for 3. He misses everything. He says he got fouled. But it was Jasikevičius there once again with the defense for Barcelona.
That's a tough matchup. We know Machulis is so strong physically. Jasikevičius is stick with him.
Technical foul now on Machulis. He was going against Jasikevičius, the veteran. Got frustrated, said something on the foul off the ball. And that's a mistake that Panathinaikos probably can ill afford at this moment. Down 2 early in the fourth quarter. Jonas Machulis thought he was fouled at the other end. Didn't get the call. And instead gets called for a technical foul, putting one of the greatest free throw shooters in EuroLeague history, Šarūnas Jasikevičius, on the free throw line.
He's actually, for the year, he's behind a teammate. Huertas is actually shooting 97% for the year, but Sades is the one taking the free throws we see.
Makes them both. Has Barcelona now up 5 again as Lurbeck spins in the lane, fakes, gets it taken away, but the offensive rebound goes to Huertas. He goes inside to Tomic. Tomic with a finger roll now has Barca back up by 6.
And a smart move by Tomic, using the head fake to get Lasme off his feet, get enough space up there before Lasme can come back and challenge the shot again.
Ukic from downtown misses the 3-pointer. So a little change of momentum in Barcelona's favor after Panathinaikos had 2 or 3 chances to tie or go ahead. They go inside to Lurbeck, off the board. Shot blocked by Lasme. Ukic in transition. Swings the ball to Bramos. Ball tipped out of bounds by Brines. It'll remain Panathinaikos ball. As you see, the defense there by Šarūnas Jasikevičius. Now Diamantidis back in the game for Panathinaikos. He goes inside to Machulis. Backing down, gets it to Gis, spinning in the lane. James Gis with the left-hander, much needed basket for Panathinaikos.
Frank, that was an excellent basket. Not only did he show that he finished with his left, but that's great footwork to get to that position he was in.
Brines on the wing for Barcelona to Huertas. Goes cross court to Jasikevičius for 3, misses the mark. And here comes Panathinaikos. Diamantidis. Cross court to Machulis. Out to Bramos for 3. Mike Bramos knocks it down. It's a one-point ball game again. 54-53, way downtown. Michael Bramos keeping up the three-point shooting by Panathinaikos. Huertas working with Lorbeck, gets it into him. And Diamantidis elects to foul on the mismatch.
Barcelona's continuing to go to Lorbeck on the block. He's had trouble getting his shot off against such an athletic front line of Panathinaikos. He's had some balls go in and out. He's had others that have been knocked off the rim. Some shots blocked, but Barcelona believes in Lorbeck. They continue to get the ball to him inside. This time he drew a foul.
Barcelona inbounds under the basket. They go to Lorbeck. Quick shot by Lorbeck, and he gets fouled. So nice inbounds play. Jasikevicius to Lorbeck. There you see. Looks like Diamantidis on the foul. Let's check because he spent a couple fouls. That takes him up to 3 if that foul was on Diamantidis.
Diamantidis that made the contact down low on that, but enough to get the foul. And this is very important for Lorbeck to get some confidence to see if he can get back in this game.
Free throw missed by Lorbeck. Rebound by Maciulis. It's still a three-point game as Diamantidis gets in the lane, tries to finish. Fouled on the way to the basket by Abrines, but prevented the basket. There you see a little good defense by Abrines as well. He was committed the foul, but he was close to stopping that.
It looked like Tomic was coming in to help on that play.
Abrines takes a seat on the bench, replaced by Joe Ingles for Barcelona, as Dimitris Diamantidis goes to the free throw line with a chance to get Panathinaikos within 1 again. First free throw goes down. He's got them within 2. When does the psychological edge go to one team or another in this game, John? Because they are just going at it. It's hard to say one team really has the upper hand.
Well, Barcelona's going to have some pressure. If they get down to the end of this game tied or down, the pressure is going to go on their shoulders. They're the favorites so far. Panathinaikos are the underdogs, and they're making life very difficult for Barcelona.
1-point game, 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Jasikevicius for Barcelona gets in the lane, takes a 2-pointer in and out. There's Tomic with the tip in. So between 2 defenders, Ante Tomic with a big tip in for Barcelona.
Those are great, important plays for Barcelona. They struggled. They haven't been able to get the offensive rebound. Second half, they're doing a better job.
Ramos on the 3-point line, 10 on the shot clock. Ball tipped into Maciulis. Puts it down over Lazem Lorbeck. Panathinaikos staying close within 1. Good look by Diamantidis. Jasikevicius to Ingles. Back out top. Back to Ingles. They play catch. It's going to be Navarro. Fake 3-pointer. Off the mark. Lasme with the rebound. Panathinaikos with a chance to take the lead.
Give Maciulis credit on that, fronting the low post, man.
Diamantidis from downtown. He takes the lead for Panathinaikos. It's 58-60. Panathinaikos ahead with under 6 minutes to go. The comebacks in the first game were Barcelona's, and they won by 2 in overtime. The comeback so far in this game, Panathinaikos, Navarro to Lorbeck. He'll try from 3, in and out. And Panathinaikos has got the momentum right now.
And they sense it, Frank. You could just see the reaction from the players on the bench. They are into this game. They know they have an excellent chance to go back to Athens with a 1-1 series.
Diamantidis out top, 10 on the shot clock. Gets the screen, goes inside to Lasme. 4 on the shot clock. He's going to have to do something. He's going to take a jumper. Lasme in and out, almost hit it. But Barcelona now with a chance to tie or go ahead. Ingles lobs to Tomic, goes to Lorbeck. He's fouled on the catch by Michael Bramos. 3rd foul on Bramos. Let's see if that puts Lorbeck on the free throw line.
It's a good foul. He fouled him before the act of shooting. Unless Looks like Panathinaikos might be in the bonus there. Those are 5 team fouls.
So there's a timeout on the floor in Barcelona where Panathinaikos has surged ahead 58-60. We're midway through the fourth quarter, game 2 of their playoff series. And John, lots of guys stepping up, lots of guys, as they did in the first game, helping their team make up big deficits. This is not the kind of thing you see too much in the playoffs, especially with 2 great defensive teams like these 2.
Yeah, but we see players, Frank, that's an excellent observation. We see players stepping up, guys like Bramos, guys like Lasme, guys, there's so many guys coming in and just giving their extra 2 cents and coming out. It's been production.
Coming back for the fourth quarter, last half of the fourth quarter action in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Game of the Week. It's Panathinaikos by 2, 58-60, as these 2 teams, great rivals over the years, are going at it in the playoffs. Game 2, Barcelona won the first one in overtime, and this one could end up that way as well, John Rogers. Rasim Lorbek going to the free throw line with a chance to tie for Barcelona, which led by 13 early in the third quarter. But Panathinaikos with the comeback. Lorbek ties it up at the free throw line. So with 5 minutes left, it's as if they were just starting this game. 0-0. Let's see who can win the last 5 minutes. Remember, Barcelona could go ahead 2-0 in this best-of-5 series and be 1 win away from the Final Four if they win these last 5 minutes. Panathinaikos can take away the home court advantage and head back to Athens next week if they can even this series at 1-1. Ukic out top to Machulis. Back to Ukic. Screen from Lasme. Goes to Diamantidis. Cross to Bramos. Machulis driving off the rim, and a rebound by Joe Ingles. So missed opportunity there by Panathinaikos. Navarro for Barcelona, looking for Lorbek, guarded by Sartsadis. Lorbek tries to go inside the Sada. Turnover by Barcelona. Great defense by Panathinaikos. Diamantidis to Sartsadis to Machulis. And a foul away from the basket by Nathan Jawai, trying to stop Diamantidis after the pick and roll. Now you're getting down to a chess match here, John Rogers. Nobody wants to be the one to make a mistake. We saw Barcelona make it at one end with good defense by Panathinaikos. This time, second foul of the fourth quarter only on Barcelona.
Well, we see them, Frank, really pressuring Diamantidis. They do not want to give him any space to make decisions, either finish or pass. And we see Barcelona being very aggressive on Diamantidis.
Machulis inside the Sartsadis, backing down on Ingles. Kicks to Ukic for an open 3. Roko Ukic off the mark, and Barcelona with the rebound.
Barcelona dodged a bullet there. A wide open Ukic was unable to convert.
Oddly enough, there were some scoreless minutes at this stage of the first game and to overtime as well. 3 full minutes, neither team scoring. Here's Wallace on the baseline, goes out to Sada, to Navarro. Fakes, gets in the lane, La Bomba, puts it down. Juan Carlos Navarro coming to the rescue for Barcelona. Has got them up by 2 with 3:20 left in the fourth quarter. Diamantidis on the switch, guarded by Wallace. He gets fouled by Wallace. That should be the third team foul of the fourth quarter on Barcelona. Also the third foul on Wallace himself. There you see his reach in. Great fake by Navarro. John, he does so many things well. You almost don't have time to talk about the fakes that he uses to get free and hit his shots, but there was a great example of one.
Exactly, Frank. He's so clever with his ball movements, gets the defense off balance.
Machulis from the corner, rebounded by Diamantidis. His ball's still loose, but Panathinaikos comes up with it. They'll get another chance under 3 minutes. Sartsades to Diamantidis. Guarded by Sada, gets it to Lasme. 8 on the clock. Lasme misses everything. He might have rushed that one, John, with 8 on the shot clock still.
He had time to get a better shot. He's probably confused about the shot clock.
As we've seen him go to the basket in a similar situation earlier in this half. Here's Navarro, step aside shot, and that's slapped out of bounds by C.J. Wallace. It'll be Panathinaikos ball again. So tough going in the scoring department since these two teams were tied at 60-60 3 minutes ago. They're going to take another timeout and talk about it with 2 minutes, 8 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, and Barcelona clinging to a 62-60 lead. Tough shot by Navarro. We've seen him make shots like that, however, so he has every right to take it, but that time couldn't catch the rim, and there's a timeout on the floor. Do you want to go to the Final Four with courtside tickets? In that case, get to 10minutemadness.com and play for the chance to travel to London on May 10th for the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four. The game is free and can be played on any device. You just have to send your tweets to #MakeYourPlay about anything related to these EuroLeague playoffs, and you may have the chance to sit at courtside in the O2 in London for the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague Final Four 2013. Of course, all these playoff teams in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague are aiming for that same goal, to play in the Turkish Airlines Final Four. And these two teams, Barcelona and Panathinaikos, are fighting down once again to the final minutes of the fourth quarter. Barcelona holding a 62-60 lead as we see some of the replays of this quarter. Panathinaikos coming out of the timeout with 2 minutes left and a chance to tie or go ahead. Roko Ukic with the ball for Dimitris Diamantidis, playing with Lasme. And a turnover by Diamantidis. Looked like he was indecisive, lost the handle, knocked it out of bounds himself. Rare mistake at that point.
It comes down to execution at the end. Panathinaikos has been struggling executing at the end of the game. They did the same thing in game one and got themselves into trouble.
Barcelona with opportunity. Gets it to Navarro. To Ingles, back to Navarro in the lane, running one-hander. Navarro, oh baby, left-hander off the rim. He's got all the shots. That's why he's the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague all-time leading scorer, up to 19. But most importantly, the last 4 for Juan Carlos Navarro, as Barcelona up 4 with 1:30 to play. Ukic to Bramos, to Machulis, drives the lane, goes back to Ukic. It'll be Bramos in the corner for 3, knocks it down. Michael Bramos has Panathinaikos within 1.
That was a clutch shot. Very good ball movement by Panathinaikos there. They finally found Bramos open in the corner. He knocked it down, back into this game, down 1.
Great patience for Panathinaikos to get that 3-pointer. Navarro with the ball for Barcelona to Wallace, to Sada, goes baseline, running one-hander, misses, but Jawai with the rebound, blocked by Lasme, out of bounds. It'll be Barcelona ball, under a minute left. Sada trying.
Lasme challenging both shots in that end. Gets up so quick off the ground.
Timeout on the floor with Barcelona up 1. The drama could not be more than guaranteed between these two teams.
And Frank, we see it right there. There's only 3 seconds. Barcelona's going to have to get a shot off within 3 seconds. Neither one of those shots hit the rim. Lasme was there, making sure it wasn't going in.
Under a minute left. You had to wonder, John, in the middle of the third quarter when Barcelona made its move and was up 13 points on the second game in 48 hours with supposedly not as deep bench as Barcelona. Panathinaikos had it in them. They not only had it in them, they came back and took the lead. They are now 1 point away with a minute to go and a chance to upset Barcelona on its home floor. Remember, Barcelona's won the last 13 games in a row in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague. They are the top team this season record-wise. And there you see the block by Lasme. With a little help from Roko Ukic out of the sight of the referee.
Frank, that's how it's been. It's been a team effort by Panathinaikos on the defensive end. Everybody chipping in.
3 seconds on the shot clock. It's going to be Wallace driving the lane, turns around, off the backboard and in. C.J. Wallace has Barcelona up 3. Let's see. The scoreboard hasn't changed. Let's see what the ruling is, whether he got the shot off in time or not.
They may have a chance to review this instant replay.
The referees are conferring, and they are going to take a look at it. And, of course, they'll be looking to see if C.J. Wallace caught that ball, drove the lane, and got the shot off in the 3 seconds that were left on the shot clock when Barcelona inbounded the ball after the timeout. Key moment, of course. It's 64-63 still until the decision is made on the shot by C.J. Wallace, but what a heads-up play to get to the middle, fall back, and go off the backboard with that shot.
Yes, Frank, he was determined to get, his actually good defense was on him all the way. He was determined. He wasn't going to stop until he got there. Got the ball off the glass, went in. Now the question is if he got it off in time, and he did not.
And the decision, according to the players on the Panathinaikos bench, has gone their way, and that means that C.J. Wallace shot with a 0 on the shot clock. You can see it right there in your picture. It'll be Panathinaikos with 45 seconds left and a chance to go ahead. Roko Ukic to Bramos, back to Ukic.
I'd be surprised if Diamantidis doesn't get the ball in this possession.
He gets it now, switches to Bramos. Bramos in the lane, spins, turnaround jumper. Bramos off the mark, rebound loose. Picked up by Navarro, given to Jawai. 24 seconds left, Barcelona up 1. Difference of just 1 on the shot clock. And the foul committed by Michael Bramos.
Frank, how about Navarro going after that ball on the floor? He's done it on the offensive end, but that was a hustle play that could be worth a victory for his team tonight on the just going after a loose ball.
Game-saving rebound perhaps by Juan Carlos Navarro as he goes to the free throw line with his team up 1. And of course, he's also one of the great free throw shooters in EuroLeague history, but he misses the first one, so Panathinaikos will have a chance to tie or go ahead as Juan Carlos Navarro, an 84% free throw shooter, misses the first of 2, just under 20 seconds left. Let's see what happens. Makes the second, Barcelona up 2, and a timeout on the floor as Panathinaikos is going to talk about what they can do to steal a victory in Game 2 of the playoffs on the road in Barcelona. John, before anything happens in the last 26 seconds of this game, you have to say, give both of these teams credit for the fantastic entertainment they've been putting on the floor in the last 48 hours.
I agree with you 100%, Frank. We saw Game 1. Incredible. We just saw some spectacular plays on both ends of the floor, both teams, and tonight's the same thing. So much at stake, and these teams are really giving it their great effort. Be interesting to see what happens on this play. Panathinaikos is taking the ball out. They've got 19 seconds. I'm almost positive they're going to want the ball to go to Diamantidis in this situation. What Barcelona has been doing, if Lasme goes up and sets the pick and Jawai's guarding him, they're trapping him hard. If somebody else is going up to set the pick and roll, they're switching out. We've seen C.J. Wallace match up with them. Diamantidis has had some problems against that trap with Jawai. So I'd be surprised if Lasme goes up and sets the pick and roll. But it will be, I'm sure it will be Diamantidis with the ball in his hands to decide this game.
Coming out of the timeout, 20 seconds left. Panathinaikos down 2 with the ball. Remember, Game 1 went to overtime. So Panathinaikos chooses to go for 2. That's maybe where we're headed as well. But as long as that man, Juan Navarro, is on the floor and there's any seconds left after this play by Panathinaikos, we shall see. It's Bramos inbound into Diamantidis. He's got Jawai in a mismatch. Diamantidis, 12 on the clock, steps back for 3. Dimitris Diamantidis has Panathinaikos in front. 3-pointer, Dimitris Diamantidis. 8.4 on the clock still, but Panathinaikos has taken the lead in game 2 of the playoffs.
Look at that execution. Calmly steps back, nails the shot with Jawai, gets a hand in his face. Really can't ask much more for a big guy to defend somebody like this, Diamantidis. With the 2-point deficit, he went for the 3. You're on the road. They do not want to go to overtime. Went for the 3. Now they're in the driver's seat. They just need a stop on defensive end.
You talked about the pick and roll going to Diamantidis, and we saw Jawai commit 1 foul in the same situation, but also force a turnover just a couple minutes ago on Diamantidis. This time Diamantidis didn't challenge him going inside. He stepped back with a huge shot to put Panathinaikos in front, but 8.5 seconds still on the clock. Barcelona ball coming out. It's the end of the 4th quarter in game 2 of their best-of-5 playoff series. And just what drama, what tension, as this 2 teams are fighting for the chance to go to the Turkish Airlines Final Four in London. And this is just game 2 of the series, John.
This is game 2 of the season. It is incredible how these teams are going at it. So reminiscent of that playoff series a couple years ago in 2011.
Panathinaikos does not have any fouls to give. Any foul will result in free throws for Barcelona. Here's Victor Sada, Lorbeck, Wallace, Jasikevičius, and Navarro. A small lineup out there for Barcelona. Sada inbounds to Navarro, 7-6, guarded by Lasme. Driving in, one-hander by Navarro, tipped by Lasme. But he stepped on the end line with the rebound, so with 1.7 seconds left, it looks like Barcelona will get another chance. Down 1 to Panathinaikos. Panathinaikos looked like they had the game wrapped up, but it seems that Stefan Lasme stepped on the end line.
There's no timeouts here by Barcelona. Looks like they're going to have to inbound the pass, inbound the play. They're bringing in a shooter.
They're bringing in the teenager, Alex Abrines. He came off the bench for 10 points in the first 14 minutes.
How about that, Frank? Take Lorbeck out of the game, put Abrines in. That's a lot of confidence.
1.7 seconds, Panathinaikos ahead 1. Here comes the inbound pass. Sada to Jasikevičius. The fake, the shot. Off the mark, Panathinaikos holds on for victory in game 2 of the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague playoffs. They lost in overtime by 2 in game 1, but they have held on to beat FC Barcelona Regal, ending the 13-game winning streak of Barcelona to take this series back to Athens next week for 2 games and a chance to try to win it at home and upset the favorite in the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague playoffs. What a spectacular game. What a spectacular shot by Dimitris Diamantidis to win it, John.
Turkish Airlines. 7 days. Adidas. Spalding. And Enios. Official global sponsors in association with the Turkish Airlines EuroLeague.